The world better prepare for when I'm a billionaire.
Hi honeybees, welcome back to my channel. Today is the second video in my Money Dip Monday series, back to school edition for August. Now, in case you missed the first one, I will make sure to link that so you can check it out, as well as link my whole Money Dip Monday playlist below. In my last video, I asked you guys to let me know what you wanted to see next, and that was how to save money on beauty products or how to save money in college. And I got a ton of responses saying you wanted to know how to save money in college. I know life as a college student can be tough, especially when you are trying to pay tuition, books, fees, and you're trying to focus on your studies. Some of you may be holding down jobs. It's just really tough, and college is expensive. I've made it through undergrad and graduate school, and I thought I would share with you guys my tips, what I've learned, and hopefully some things that will help you get through your college career without spending a ton of money. So my first tip is to stay on campus. I know it's really cool to get an off-campus apartment and all this kind of stuff, but if you really want to save the most money, it's best to stay on campus. Not only is it going to save you money on gas, getting to and from campus, electric, light, gas, water, cable, I could go on, but it's also a great way to bond with your classmates and people at your school. It's also more convenient because you can literally roll out of bed and go to class. You literally have the rest of your life to stay in an apartment, to pay bills, and if you start adding everything up, you're gonna spend more money living off campus than you will on campus. Also, the thing about staying on campus is you have access to all of the campus resources as far as a gym, as far as the cafeteria, as far as the library, anything you need on campus, you're gonna be able to get that, and 9 times out of 10 it's gonna be free or less than if you have to stay off campus and you either have to drive to campus or go somewhere else to pay for that resource. People just can't wait to get off campus. I never understood that. But not only are you gonna save money, but you're also gonna save time and energy on having to pay extra bills. For food, get a meal plan, but buy the most basic, cheapest meal plan. Buy groceries and snacks for what you eat the most. You're gonna get hungry on those nights that you're staying up, on those nights that you're pulling all-nighters. You're gonna get hungry and you either won't feel like walking to the cafeteria, or the cafeteria is gonna be closed. So it's nice to have some snacks and food on hand that you can have in your room that's not only cheap, but it's also convenient, because you're not going to be able to have access to the cafeteria all the time, and you're not going to eat all those meals that you're buying that meal plan with. I don't know if I can stress this enough. Use your student discount. You can get discounts on everything from food to the movies to entertainment to even drinks. Like, there's so many places, restaurants, bookstores. Take advantage of those. Don't spend any more extra money than you have to. Never take a loan out for anything unrelated to your education. I have a really great video on how to pay down and get rid of your student loans, which I will make sure to link. But as a habit, least amount of loans you can take out during your college career, the better off you're going to be. I also have another video on how to get a degree for free, so I will link that video. I talk about some tips to going through college without having to pay or take out loans, so do check that out. Don't take out any loans that are not related to your education. So another way to save on money in college or to save tuition is to test out of classes. So if you've taken AP classes in high school, or you're in high school and you're wondering if you should take AP classes, take AP classes, honors classes, take any classes you can to get out of classes that you'll have to take in college. I was able to test out of 2 classes because of my SAT 2 scores. I scored high on math and English, so I was able to bypass some of the English and math courses that I needed to take in undergrad, and that was because I worked hard in high school. I did well, I took honors classes, and I was able to get out of them. I saved myself thousands of dollars because those were 2 or 3 classes that I did not have to take. So a good way to save money in college is to think ahead, test out of whatever classes you can test out of, and that's going to save you thousands of dollars. So I talked about staying on campus, and if you're still kind of low on money or you don't have the money for a dorm, a great way to save money on your lodging is to become an RA. A RA is a resident advisor, and it's somebody who essentially works for the university, but you are pretty much just in charge of taking care of your hall, making sure everything is good on your hall, that everybody's comfortable. You may organize like social events, putting out flyers, putting out bulletins, things like that. But as a resident advisor, you get free room and board. So I know some friends in college who were RAs and they really enjoyed the experience, and they saved thousands of dollars because they didn't have to pay for their dorm or for their lodging. So that is a great way to save money on where you're gonna stay in college. So here's a tip for saving money on those expensive spring breaks. Now, I will say I did go on one spring break. I went my freshman year and it was fun, but I ended up spending a lot of money, and money that I really didn't have. So a great way to save money on those winter break or spring break trips is to do an alternative winter break or an alternative spring break. Most college campuses have it, but basically it's where you can volunteer and you do community service over the break, but the school pays for it. So for example, I did alternative winter break, one winter break, and I was able to go to Cocoa Beach, Florida. So we went and we did volunteering at Give the Kids the World, which is kind of like a Disneyland for kids who have medical illnesses. So we were able to do like fun activities. I got to serve the community. I got to volunteer. It made me feel really good, but we also got to do fun things like we went to the beach, we went out to eat, and it was all paid for by the program. We also got fun t-shirts, and I got the chance to meet really cool people that I never would have met otherwise. So all around it was a win-win situation. So I definitely encourage you, if you're wanting to get out, if you're wanting to travel, and there are some groups that go overseas, they go internationally, but the school foots the bill for it because you're going to serve the community on behalf of the school. But it's so much fun, it's such a great experience, and it will save you tons of money versus going on a spring break trip with your friends and having to pay for hotel, food, entertainment, drinks, all that. Just save your money. So transportation, I know a lot of people feel like they need a car in college, and it probably depends on where you go to school, but I went to school in a big city and I didn't take a car to college. In fact, I didn't get my first car until after I graduated college, and I was completely fine. And you're gonna have friends who have a car and you can usually catch rides with them places, but 9 times out of 10, the university will also provide transportation for you. So at my school, I went to Vanderbilt University, we had what was called a Vandy van, and it would shuttle all around the campus. So if it was nighttime and you didn't want to walk or you just didn't feel like walking, you could take the van. It had different stops around the campus, and it was a safe and free way to get around. You don't need to spend money on a car. Not only is that an extra fuel expense, but it's also a monthly car note if your parents are not going to pay for it. Don't worry about a car, save your money, get rides, walk, stay on campus, and then you really won't have to worry about transportation. So as far as making money during college and just having extra cash, work study is definitely a great thing to do. I did work study in college, and usually with a work study job, you can work and you can make money, but you can also study. They know that you're a student, they expect that you have assignments to do and reading due. So while you have downtime, they allow you to do your work and to do homework and to work on assignments. I did that in college, and literally that was how I was able to make it through college and pay for all my extra expenses. Also, a great idea is to do extra like fun jobs. I did a promotional modeling job in college, which was so fun. I got paid to go to parties and just like look cute and promote different things, and it was awesome. I made so much money doing that just alone. I was able to go on trips. I went on cruises. I did everything I wanted to do in college because I worked hard and I had fun, but I worked smart. So I did the work study where I was able to work but also get my work done. I did the promotional modeling where I was able to work but also socialize. So if you work smarter and not harder, you can make great money. And find other ways to make money, tutoring, just other ways to hustle. If you want to do babysitting, that's a good idea. One of my friends did babysitting and nannying for a family, and she made good money that way. There's also a site called Way Up, and I talk about it a lot, but it's a great way for college students, grad students, anyone who's a student to find like side hustle jobs, whether you want to be a photographer or a model, or you want to work in a restaurant. They have all different kinds of jobs, whether you want to work in PR, like they have really, really cool jobs and internships that will pay you as a student. So I will leave that link below. Go check that out, go sign up for it. But there's so many different ways to make money in college. You just have to be creative and you have to be proactive. Another way to have money for college is to save up before you go to college. So definitely this summer before you go to college, it's so important. Like if you can think ahead, that's awesome. I worked all summer before I went to college, and I was able to save enough money to buy everything I needed for my dorm room, everything I needed as far as clothing, books, everything. I worked really hard that summer before college, and it saved me a lot of money when I went to college because I had money to just draw from. I didn't have to worry about my first semester getting a job. I just had money ready and waiting. So if in high school you know that you're gonna go to college, start early. Start saving as much as you can while you're in high school, and you're gonna be so grateful that you had that when you're in college. So don't pay full price for anything, nothing. I have a rule that I never pay full price for anything that has to do with school. There's so many discounts, student discounts, price matching, there's coupons, there's Retail Me Not, Groupon. There's so many ways to save money on things. Books, buy used, rent them, check them out from the library, borrow from a friend, go on Amazon. Don't pay full price for anything. Apple has education pricing. You can get discounted electronics. I have a video that I uploaded last Monday on how to save money on school supplies. Go watch that because I have a lot of tips and information in that video on how to save money for school supplies that I won't get into this video, but it applies to college students as well. So go check that out. When you're in college, a big way to manage your money and save your money and to make money is to budget your money. That should have been my first tip. You need to create a realistic budget and stick to it. When I say realistic, you want to account for everything from toiletries to when you're going to go out to eat, to your entertainment, to just anything, your cell phone bill, whatever you are in charge of paying for in college, make sure you put that in your budget. And if you're not able to make enough money to cover what you've budgeted out, you either need to cut down on one of those areas or you need to find more hustles and more way to make money. But they have to balance each other out. And for me, I just like to do a budget at the beginning of each month and just account for what expenses I have, what things I have coming up, holidays, whatever I'm gonna have to spend money on, and then I calculate how much money I have available. And if the two don't match up, something's gotta go. So while you're in college, that's a great time to start getting in the habit of budgeting and creating a realistic budget, but also sticking to it. The way to save money in college is to rent items that you won't use after college. Now, not only does this apply to textbooks, but also other things that you're not gonna use after college, like refrigerators or hot pots. There's websites you can go to where you can rent items instead of going and paying a lot of money for these things. Also, some schools have rental programs to where you can rent items from there. So maybe it's a big price item, maybe it's a TV, maybe it's a refrigerator, whatever it is that you're only going to use while you're in college. For some items, it may be cheaper to rent them while you're there than to buy it and then not use it after you're done with college. Another way to save money while you're in college is as far as like your services, like your hair, your nails, things like that. Learn to do as much as you can on your own. It can really add up when you're going to the salon every other week, when you're going to the nail shop every few weeks. It adds up. Learn to do things on your own, and that's why we have the wonderful world of YouTube. You can learn to do almost anything on your own. I learned how to do so many things as far as like my hair and my nails and just my beauty routine. I learned how to do a lot of things through YouTube, and I learned how to do it myself. So color your own hair if that's something that you feel comfortable doing. I learned how to cut my own hair. When I was overseas and I didn't have access to a beauty shop, I had to learn how to do everything myself. So I literally went on YouTube and I learned how to color my hair, how to cut my hair. I'm still working on learning how to braid, but you get the point. Learn how to do as much as you can on your own because it's gonna save you money on those beauty services while you're in college. Okay, so that is everything I have for this video. I hope it gave you some great ideas and great tips on how to save money when you're in college. Definitely make sure to hit the red subscribe button if you like this video and you want to see more of these Money Dip Monday videos. Give me a big thumbs up. Like if you learned something and these help you, thumbs it up. Let me know you liked it. That helps me know I need to make more. Also, like I've been doing in the previous video, I want to know what you guys want to see next. So should the next Money Dip Monday video be how to save money on beauty products, or should it be how to save money on travel? So you guys tell me in the comment section below. Whichever one gets the most votes will be the next Money Dip Monday. Also, make sure to follow me on my social media. I've got Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and Facebook, and I love connecting with you guys outside of YouTube, so definitely make sure to hit me up there. Thank you guys so much for watching as always. You guys are so awesome, and I really hope this series is helping you and adding value to your life. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next Money Dip Monday video.